Hi everybody, it's Kevin at Bear Creek Honey. Got another project for you today. Real quick one today. What we've got is 1 gallon buckets that I purchased off of eBay. These are they're not food grade buckets. They're just plastic buckets, but they are watertight. I bought them for about $2.99 each, and then plus shipping. So I bought a box of 10, and it was 13 something for 13 something for shipping. So ended up being, I think I spent $43. So these came out to be about $4 a piece. You know, you try to look around and find what you can for as cheap as you can. That'll work. These seemed ideal, but if you're interested, I'll provide a link in the section for the eBay ad that I used. I'm just trying these out. I have used Baytech containers in the past. They were a little bit more expensive with the shipping, so I thought I'd try these. And the reason I'm trying these today is instead of going with the plugs, I'm actually I should probably show you this is what the top looks like, and it's probably got it's 1.5 inches. Yep, it's 1.5 inches. My apologies. So yeah, these are 1.5 inches, and the screens I got right here, which is 40 microns, 40 parts per inch, number 40 screen. You can buy these, I think, at Man Lake. I got a bunch of these, and I just had them laying around, and I bought them last year. I never used them, so I thought I'd give them a try this year. They're a little over 2.125 inches in diameter, so that gives you some wiggle room to try to get these in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a 1.5 inch core saw like this, and we're going to core out the center, and then we're going to melt this screen in place in here from underneath, just like that, into the plastic, and then we should have a good screen put in there. Now this is, yeah, it's melted in. It's got a little bit of a play to it, but it doesn't leak. Now there's an art to this. You can get too much heat going and totally melt this lid out, so you really got to pay attention to what you're doing. I try to put this on low, my heat gun right here on low, to try to do this. And then, but we'll give it a shot. I've already tested this one out on here, and it works just fine. But after we're done, we'll stick the lid on this bucket of water I've got here, flip it over, and then I'll show you what we got. Okay. Now I try to use a scrap piece of wood to do this on, so that I can core it on. But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use my awl just to try to get, because there's a little indent, but it's a little hard to see here. Just want to get a starting point right in the dead center, so my drill doesn't wander off a little bit. And it's very, very hard because this is actually just a, okay. That's about as good as I'm going to get. All right. I'm going to take the hole saw. I got a scrap piece of wood here so we don't ruin our table. And then I'm just going to put that right in my little indention. And that's it. And see, and like I said, it's very hard to get it centered. You can see I just, you know, I missed it by just a little bit, and that's really all it takes. But it'll still work just fine. So we'll set this down just like that, and we're going to melt this in from the inside. I want to get that centered up pretty good there over that hole. Alright. Now you can use whatever you want to push that screen in, but let me tell you something, when you start trying to push it into the plastic a little bit, it is very hot. I'm not going to lie a bit about that. So I've got it on low. Doesn't take long at all to get real warm here. And I don't want to put it too close to the plastic because you can melt the lid. I can kind of see it starting to melt in a little bit. And I'm just going to press it in with something, that can just give me a little bit of area pressure. Alright. So that's all that took. It's pretty well in there. So if you don't want to wait for it to cool, you can just take this, you can see that, what it looks like there. Hopefully you can see that. I see the shadow of the light is, there we go. Okay, whoop, well that ain't working. There we go. Anyways, I'm going to go cool this off under the tap water just for a second. Okay, so that's what that looks like right there. Hopefully you can see that. And then that's the other side to it. It's very well on there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this and snap that on. Just making sure that it is on there. Looks like it's fairly tight. And then here, I'll show you. Hopefully you can see this. Let me get this back here a little bit so you can see this. Okay, well that's it. Now you can see that once the vacuum has started, that's it. Now the bees can access your liquid. You want to obviously make sure that you're always level, fairly level, but that shouldn't leak onto your bees or anything like that. But that's all there is to it. Right there. So what did that take? Once you're set up, probably took a minute for the bucket. I got 10 of these to do. Now these are cheap buckets. They're plastic handles. It is what it is. You can buy the metal handle ones, which are a little bit more expensive, for sure, and might get a little bit better result. But this will work for me for now. But that's it. And just to take these off isn't too tough. they're actually easier than the food grade with that seal on it. So, but that's all there is to it. Hope you got something out of it. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, happy beekeeping. Take care.